Hi folks. So didn't been kind of busy, so I didn't get to the movie that I said I was going to make for the weekend, but I'll give it a try now. I was going to show some other techniques, but I think we'll just stick with what we've been doing instead. I had been gathering hands for us to play on the last weekend, um, and by us playing, I mean some volunteers to play, and I'd gotten way too many hands, so I'm just going to play through maybe 4 or 5 of these. Save the rest for class on Wednesday. So 4 6 with a 6 card suit. Uh, don't don't say, oh, I'm weak and therefore I should do a jump bid here to 2 spades. There's no reason to call this weak at all. It's a good hand, even though it only has 6 points. Bid a spade, and in fact, bid another spade. And the partner just refuses to help out. And bid another spade. What the heck? Because after all, this is a practice hand, and you want to be the declarer. We get a spade lead. So counting tricks in the long hand, right? Looks pretty good. We're going to get 6 spade tricks, a 7 with the ace of hearts, 8 with the ace of clubs. So we got 8 top tricks. Losers, we're going to lose a heart, and lose a club. That's 2, and then we got 2 diamonds to lose. So this looks pretty good, right? 2 diamond losers, club loser, a heart loser. Is there anything else that could go wrong? Um, well, there's 8. Let's see, they got 5 of them. So we've got the top 4 spades. So even if they're breaking 4-1, which seems pretty likely at this point, they're never going to score a trick with a 9 of spades, which is their top other card. Um, Pretty good. So should we take the finesse? What does that give us? We figure that, okay, so figure we're getting 6 spades and the ace of hearts, that's 7. We're going to get at least 4 clubs. 6, 7, 4 clubs. That's 11 tricks. Um, but if we let them in, they're going to take the diamonds right away. No, doesn't really look like we're in much danger. Should we play the ace or play the king of spades? I'm going to go and play ahead and play the ace. Got the ace of hearts as an entry, and I've got a couple entries in clubs. And as expected, the queen of spades was a stiff. And we can ditch that one more than we needed to. No, there's the 3. We played them backwards just to try to fool us. So now the question is, do we want to go ahead and it looks like we're going to lose 2 diamonds, right? Once they get in, unless the club finesse is on. And I guess there's no reason not to try it. And I would assume he'll take his 2 diamond tricks if he doesn't take it. He doesn't have it. Oh, finesse is working. So by playing the 9, I kept it in this hand. I'm going to play the queen of clubs now. And they show out. So now we're going to get a bunch of tricks. See, we'll want to pitch a heart and pitch a diamond. Why didn't I pitch 2 diamonds? That was dumb. Oh well. And we get the rest of the spades. So the value of a long suit in the dummy, huh? And we set it up with a finesse. And they never got in to take their 2 diamond tricks. I don't feel bad for them. Those 5 card suits in the dummy, you want to keep your eye on those because they do good things for you. All right, so 2 diamonds double. I got 9 points with a void in diamonds, so I'm just going to go ahead and bid 4 spades. And looks like we have uh, solid spade suit, missing the king of hearts, missing the king of clubs. So in fantastic shape, and they've started off with a club. So we should be able to get 5 spade tricks, 6 with the ace of hearts, 7 with the ace of clubs. So we can set up heart tricks. We don't really have any losers in our hand, do we? So I mean, there's nothing to really pitch. The clubs look like they were going to run, and the hearts are either going to run or not. Now, it's a real safe way to play this might be just to take the aces and lead another and just lose 2 tricks, and that might be a good imp strategy. But they're giving us a finesse here. So what do we want to take it with, I guess, is the only question. So we put the queen on it, and it wins. Do we think that East has the king of clubs? I guess is the question. Is he leading the king from the king with the 10? No, he's not. So the king of clubs is in West hand. So why don't we win with the queen? If he doesn't take it, remember that the king is in West hand, all right? And we can take a finesse. The spade split 3-2. We could even take 2 finesses. But the king, okay, so if East wasn't leading from the king, right, then he's probably leading from a doubleton. So, or a stiff. And the only question is whether we want to take a chance on the fact that 8 was a stiff. And if we don't want to take a chance it's from a stiff, we probably want to pull a couple of trump at this point. So why don't we do that? Just in case. And no troubles there. So let's see what happens now. Now remember, we need an entry back. Well, we don't really need an entry back because we're going to leave the 9. If he doesn't cover with the king, right? So that's 8, and East did play the 10 first, and then the 3. So you keep an eye on those things. In a suit that matters to you, keep an eye on it. Right? The 10 and then the 3. So we know that there's 8 out, and we got 4, and the king is going to fall. Right? And we can win our last couple clubs. There was a heart that went. So now the question is, do we want to try the heart finesse? And the answer is, well, why not? Because we can do it twice by simply using a ruff back to our hand. Throw another heart up there. Take a heart. And the ruff in the hand. So we got 13 tricks. Why? Yeah, long suits, right? We took our tricks. Should we bid 6 there? I don't think so. That was a good bid. All right, so let's try another. These are all hands I played once. And then threw them in here. That's a pretty good hand to play for the class to play. So we should be in south here. So pretend you haven't seen the Norse hand, and we'll go sit in south. Stamen ask, and then we don't have any majors, so we're going to play 3 no trump. Okay, when we count top tricks, we always look at that lead, right? The lead gives us 3 diamonds. We have ace king, but they've led into the ace jack. Basically, the jack is going to win the trick, because if the queen comes down, we'll throw the ace on top of it. Now the jack is been promoted. So we got 3 diamond tricks, 4 with the ace of clubs, 5, 6 with the ace king of hearts. So looks like we have some finessing to do. And the question is, how do we want to take these finesses? So what I see people do a lot is, in the club suit, for instance, is they'll lead the jack of clubs thinking that's a finesse. Well, that's not really what you want to do. What you want to do is lead at the jack of clubs, right? Play for the king to be in west hand, unless you have a good reason to know that king of clubs is an east hand. And even then, it still might be better to lead at the 9 and hope that he has king 10. So the better way to play the club suit is to lead at the jack of clubs. There's the queen. So if we go like this, and then it wins, right? Now we know where the king is. The king is over in west. So the question really is, where's the 10? Where's the 10 of clubs? And don't really know yet, do we? So that's 4-3. So if West has king 10 small, or he has king small, or king 7 or 8 small, 7 and 8 are out. They're not very critical to us. It's the 10 that matters, and we'd love to get the 10. Maybe we have to postpone this idea. So for now, and let's think about that king of spades. We would rather that West were on lead than East. So what we would, if we're going to take a finesse in hearts, and here we can lead, right? We're trying to finesse the queen, so we can lead to the 10. And if we lose, we haven't given up anything, right? Now we have 3 heart tricks. And we're up to 6. All right, so we have 7 with the king of diamonds and 8 with the ace of clubs. So I guess the only danger is if it was king 10 small. Now he has the king 10. So I think probably we should be trying to finesse the 10 here, and hoping that West gets put on lead. Well, there's the 8. We can cover that one. Now West is now we're good. Well, and he's going to lead the club back. By putting West on lead, what happened is that we protected the king of spades, and basically had to lead the king of spades or a club. I mean, the ace of spades. I'm not sure why he didn't take his ace of spades. Maybe he doesn't have it. But it made for a safe play for us, and also gave us the contract. Let's see where. I didn't notice where the 10 was. Must have been an east hand. And he couldn't take. See, when we got West in, he was kind of stuck there after the king of spades. Didn't really want to just win the ace and give us the king. And as a result, we didn't get it. So good play for him. So the 10 of clubs was actually in east. It was king 7-2 and 10-8-4, so they were small. So when we led up to the jack, right, we finessed the king. We won the jack, even though, because it was in the hand after the king of clubs. And then when we played back to the 9, right, and if you recall, East played the 8, we just covered it with the 9. We promoted everything. Right? So, and all went well. We were able to finesse the heart, and did well. So we make our contract. So 4, 5, 10, 16, 17, a balanced 17-point hand. Is it worth promoting to an 18-point hand? I don't think so. Got a 5-card suit, which is nice, but everything else is sort of disconnected. right? The ace is disconnected from the jack. And of course, we get transferred into our heart suit that we don't have, and they let us take a try instead at no trump. We have an invitational hand. When they bid 2 no trump with 10 points, they would bid 3 no trump. They have 5, 6, 9 points as promised, and we get a favorable lead. You need to, what the good habit to develop here is to, when you're playing no trump, is to count your top tricks, right? Ace of spades, king of spades, ace of clubs, king of clubs, that's 4, and the ace of diamonds, so 5. And then you can look at the suits and you can look at this, not top tricks, but I would call them guaranteed tricks. For instance, what I mean by that is that if you have, like in the diamond suit, right, we have queen jack there. You know, we're guaranteed that we're going to get one of those tricks, especially given the lead. Um, and by doing that, you can kind of find the hands that and then I guess the third thing to do would be to look for possible tricks, right? Very often we'll do that when we're like, well, we could maybe make the jack of clubs if we lead at the jack of clubs and the queen is an east hand. Um, that's a possible trick. So if you kind of look at your top tricks, your guaranteed tricks, and your possible tricks, sometimes it makes it pretty clear where you want to go. For instance, in the heart suit, we have 7 of them. They have 6. If we had a favorable split, and we have a good chance of making, we'll get at least one trick with queen jack 9, but we could get a linked trick. A linked trick would be a possible trick. And maybe if the ace and king were favorably placed, we might even win our queen jack and a linked trick for 3 tricks. Right? So there's nothing guaranteed, nothing up there right now that's a top trick, but there's a possible 3 tricks there that might make it really worthwhile to develop the heart suit as we go here. Yeah, there we go. So now we can play the queen jack and hope for the 10 to fall. And I was saying if West shows out, that would mean East had the 10 and we could even finesse for it. Instead, East plays it there, so he probably has 2. Right, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tricks, which means we can simply play the jack and take 3 more diamond tricks. So that brings us up to 5 with 3 more diamond tricks. 6, 7 with the ace and king of clubs, and 8, 9 with the king of spades. So at this point, there's really no point in not trying to develop a heart. So we're really well protected. We don't mind other people getting in the lead, right? They're, like if they let a club right now, we'd be happy. Oh, it's like I made a wish, right? And why am I happy? Because they're leading into the ace jack. Right? I don't know where the queen is, and I don't care. So the ace of hearts is down. Want to try again? And there's the ace of hearts. And the 8 hearts. So may have 3 tricks up there. Come back to all our diamond tricks. I don't even know if we need them though, right? No, we don't need them because the 9 will cover that. Queen jack are good. Throw 3 spades there. Now we ace king spades, ace king clubs, and queen hearts, and we can just claim, making 11. So there we looked at that long suit and thought, well, we got all the diamond tricks. That's 5. We have 6, 7 with the clubs. We have 8, 9 with the spades. Why not try to get the heart tricks? Because if when they get in, they're not going to be leading diamonds. They're probably going to be leading either hearts or spades, which would be good for us. Hearts, spades, or clubs. Because in any of those cases, we will be able to score something on the ace jacks, right? So just a matter of looking at that whole positional honor thing. If you have these with my ace jack, in the black suits, how do I want to play those suits? Well, the truth of the matter is I really don't want to play them. What I want is someone to lead them to me, and I want them led to me from my left, right, so that I get to be 4th hand to play the trick. The guy with the best advantage to any trick is the guy playing 4th. Right? So give yourself a chance to be the 4th one in line. All right, 6, 9, 10, 17 points. And This is the problem with these hands, and I want you not to necessarily jump into this wholeheartedly and think about it this way, because you might confuse, as you're learning. Sometimes it's better to stick to the bidding rules. But when I look at this, it's like if I bid the hearts and then bid diamonds, right? And I bid two diamonds. Doesn't it seem like I'm underselling my hand with this 17-point hand? But at the same time, I don't really have enough to bid hearts and then jump in diamonds, because that's a game force. I mean, maybe I have enough, but it doesn't seem like it, because the heart suit is kind of spotty rather than facey. Not enough face cards. No face cards. So this is a time where I will cheat a little bit. Hope that I don't get transferred into spades, but instead I get transferred into hearts. That's a good thing. So I got 17, 7, 8, right? 6, 9, 10, 17. And you can use a little convention that the robots use here. That's a super accept. And we learned that when we first learned the super accept, we just say, well, we're accepted at the next level. So a super accept would be bidding three spades. A little bit handier way to do it is to bid your doubleton, or in this case, I'm going to bid that singleton. Right? And that's saying, hey, I got 17. I've got four of them at least, and if you were just thinking about passing it out, think again. Maybe you want to go further. So two of spades is actually saying I have 17 points. I have four or more hearts, and the suit that was transferred into, and I have a doubleton in spades, of course, because I had already lied on what I had in spades in terms of the distribution of my suit. I'm kind of fibbing here. Now he bids three clubs. This double is interesting, right? He's saying there's all the spades over there. At first bid, it was saying it was single suit. This one he's saying spades. So remember that. That's probably six or more spades. Three clubs is sort of a help suit, right? And we can help. Right? It means he's got at least the queen and three more. So we got a guaranteed trick there, right? If we got king queen, that's a guarantee. If he's got ace queen, we're going to be very happy, folks. If he's got ace jack, we'll even be happy. So definitely want to go to game on this. Which was what, spades, right? Sure. Was it hearts? Yeah, it was hearts. Oh shoot. Sorry. I'm just gonna reload it because it's easier. I'm paying attention there. Sorry. So I fibbed about my distribution a little. Bid one no trump, transfer to hearts, but instead I super accepted with a spade bid. And he shows me the clubs, and I'm overwhelmed, happy as all get out, and I bid the game in hearts this time, not the spades where I have just a stiff. And we get that. Isn't that sweet? Um, and I don't think I can beat four spades. I probably can beat four spades. I don't think I can make five hearts, though. So how can we convince East not to do this? Stupid dummies. Right now we can do it. We'll just bid four hearts. Yeah, fool. So we're in four hearts. And five card suit in each hand, right? So we have roughing ability in each hand. Notice the hearts are solid. So we've got five heart tricks. We've got 6, 7 with the ace and king of diamonds. Well, just 7 top tricks. Notice that jack 10. That should work out to a trick. So maybe 8. We can rough a spade for 9. And maybe get a linked trick in diamonds. But I think we're going to be taking our diamond finesse, right? Rough, leading the 4 up to the jack. Timing wise, when do we want to do that? I probably want to pull trump first. They weren't nice enough to lead us a club there. So here's the 9, so the 8 is now high, and it doesn't matter. So What we can do is we can play over to the diamond first. It gives us a little bit of a chance. Increase. I mean, there's a chance the queen of diamonds would drop. I don't see any reason not to do that. We have trumps to spare, so we can lead back over. All right, give it a go. And it makes, so we can do this. Up to 7, we got 8, 9 with, there's a trump, and now we have just the club suit, and not much we can do here. It looks like if if it's ace queen, and there's a good chance we could lose this. Maybe we just want to get the lead. And here, I could play the king here, right? Now they got the ace queen jack, right? But why not just protect yourself? Cover up the club, make them play something, right? Make them win in the trick. Now West is having to lead back to your king, right? So even if you'd won that with a queen, right, the king is still protected because it's the 4th in line to the suit. And there we go. We get that trick, and it doesn't matter what happens to that one, and we have the 10th trick right here. So again, a little tiny end play. If you start thinking about that, like how do I protect my kings? How, that's what you need to do. You notice I didn't lead in that club suit. I didn't lead up to the king. I just covered what East played. Now, had East played the queen of clubs or the jack of clubs, and I put the king in, we're in trouble, right? No, maybe not. Let's see. 2 to the queen to the king to the ace. They can then get the jack, 10 and the jack. Yeah, and it's over. But East didn't have the foresight there to go up with an honor. All right, I think I got one more here before I lose it completely. Get back over here in Norris hand. Mr. Robot, you get in there. Prime Bridge Club has the advanced robots for free. I like that. And I buy a robot every week. I usually buy the basic robot. They're $1 a week, so that's $4 a week. But a Prime Bridge membership, I think next month they start paying for them. A Prime Bridge membership is $4.99, right? Which is about what I pay for robots. So thinking that there's not, I mean, they're supposed to give you other freebies and stuff. I haven't seen it yet. But if you throw in the other freebies and advanced bots for about the same price you're paying every week anyways, I'm starting to think that I'm going to be a Prime Bridge Club member just so that I can do my practicing over here. The other cool thing is apparently you can invite people to play with you whether they are Prime Bridge or not. So 4 of you who play a lot together and want to play in Prime Bridge Club instead of the bill, I don't know why you'd want to do that. But anyways. So, upload. Ooh, lots of spades. 3, how many? 1, 2, 3, 7 of them missing the ace, king, 10. They got 6, 7, 8. 8 points. Yeah. Could play a redouble here and promising 10 high card points. I don't have it though. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. But I can't help thinking that all my partner needs is to make, to make game here, we don't need a whole lot. He's got 13 points over there. Give me if he has the king of spades even. King double, it would kind of blow if he didn't have any spades, but and West is promising a shortage in clubs, and they have at least 3 spades. What the heck? Live dangerously. So our bot friend came through. So 7-3-3. I think we're looking at a void in trumps in East. If West is promising 3 with a double, right? And we have 7-3-3. So East is void in spades, which means he has to have more in the other suits. Does that matter to us? Well, West was also promising at least 4 hearts. So that's 4-4-4-1 in hearts. So East is looking something like 0-4-0-3 in hearts. So let a diamond. Is he leading away from the king? Well, I will tell you the robots don't like to lead away from the kings, and I don't either. Just for this reason, if you're leading away from the king and somebody sticks in the queen here, they got a really cheap trick. A little bit more exciting here is sticking the 10, right? Because we know West has the king. Well, what if he doesn't have the jack? Let's just see what happens. If he doesn't have the jack, he has to go up with the king. He has the jack. Bummer. So West has the king. So we're never going to lead at the queen. If East gets on lead, he's going to lead through the queen. So just remember that as we go here. Now, I mean, if we're thinking about the end play here, right? If we get West on and he has to lead a diamond, he will have to take his king and then lead us to the diamonds. So, how about clubs? In clubs, we have the jack of clubs, and to get that club, we would have to lead at it. We could lead at the jack of clubs, and if the queen was on West and he didn't go up with it, the jack would win. If he goes up with it, then it doesn't really matter. We just get the 2 clubs, and we didn't really get any other winners. We didn't really get rid of a loser, in other words. Loser-wise, we have the ace of spades, a heart for 2, the club for 3, and a diamond for 4. He's got the ace. He takes it. So we have 2 spades up there. And he plays the king of diamonds. Okay, so why doesn't he want to play a heart? That's the interesting thing. Yeah, because he's created a problem here. And we like to take advantage of, he's just cashing out is all he's doing. But the reward for us here is that we can now, we Ruffalo here because we know that even if East was short in hearts, he can't really do anything on him. But now we can go up here, we can take his 2 remaining trump, and the queen of diamonds is now high. We can pitch a loser from our hand and winner on the dummy. Go on, get up there. Right. And now we can play ace king, and we can ruff the last heart. And we make. So West kind of had to cash out there. I'm kind of wondering why he didn't lead a heart. Seemed like a heart was a better lead there. In fact, let's see if we're right. Pull this. Can I pull this over? No, I can't. No, you can't get it into the window. Oh well. Yeah, I think that he might have been better. Well, he didn't look at his heart holding. That's why he didn't do it. When he got in, he didn't want to lead from the ace jack of hearts because he was just going to set up our queen. 5-10 king 3 heart back ducked ruffed. Yeah, I think he's worried that the queen of hearts will set up in the end, but and what's he going to do? If he leads the ace and then the king, then the queen's good. If he leads the 5, he has to underlead the with no assurances that he's not just giving away a heart trick. So, anyways, I think that's all we got. I wanted to leave the remaining ones. Yeah, I want to leave the rest for class on Wednesday. So just a few hands to take a look at. I hope you enjoy. Basic techniques all the way through, right? Nothing special. I guess if there was anything special, it's being conscious of of how to get a lead back to you, right? Putting your left-hand opponent in at the end so that he has to lead back to you. And that came up a couple times today, where we just led from the dummy, right? Covered whatever West put in, and suddenly East is on lead, which is the person we want on lead, or I should just say the left-hand opponent is on lead, um, and, um, and leading back to you. You're fourth in the suit, fourth at play of the trick. All is well. All right, so take care. Hope you're having a good weekend, and see you on Wednesday.